Welcome to Stuff Lab. I'm Gwen.
And I'm Marty.
And it's a fact.
It's fact.
It's fact. Marty, you have 4 guesses on what we're doing.
Okay, so, Doug, hyena.
No dog. No hyena.
The Tasmanian dog.
The thylacine?
The thylacine.
No. One left.
Llama.
No!
No.
North American wild horses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah! Also known as the Mustang. Habitat.
The world.
For North American wild horses.
Oh, just the North American ones. Okay, all of North America. I just feel like horses are just everywhere.
Like, all of North America?
Except for like the frozen over bit. Yeah.
They are mostly like this. They do go into a chunk of Canada.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay.
That's where they be. Description! Oh, I'm sorry. I never finished Habitat. We'll rewind. More than half of the free-roaming Mustangs in North America are found in Nevada, with populations also in California, Oregon, Utah, Montana, and Wyoming. Another 45,000 horses are in holding facilities. That will come up later.
Okay.
Because I made a note for myself in my notes of not sure what that means.
Okay.
The free-roaming horse population is protected by the U.S. Bureau of Land Management. Is created in 1946. It does share an acronym with something else. Bureau of Land Management. So just getting that cleared out of the way here. It was created in 1946, and they were put in charge of the Mustang's well-being in the Wild and Free-Roaming Horses and Burros Act of 1971.
Wild burros.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, so whenever it refers to the wild horses, it also, by default, includes the burros.
Okay.
So, again, just another clarifying point.
A burro is the cross between a donkey and a horse, right?
I believe so. Description. The original Mustangs were colonial Spanish horses, but other breeds and types of horses have contributed to the modern Mustang. Mustangs of all body types are described as sure-footed, having good endurance, probably from all that running they're doing, and their coat can be of any color.
Any color?
Any color.
A purple horse?
Could be.
What?
They're sure-footed, good endurance, their coat can be of any color. They've done blood testing, and every single free-roaming horse has original colonial Spaniard horse in them.
Okay.
But, like, horses can escape ranches, and people just go, no one will notice another horse if they don't want their horse anymore, and just let it loose. So,
Okay.
between the already wild population and escapee horses joining the mix, tons of crossbreeds.
Okay.
Just tons of them.
Okay.
So the sure-footedness, having good endurance, just from the way they live,
Yeah.
is just part of their description.
Okay.
Which I thought was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Height varies. Most of them are rather small. They're generally 56 to 60 inches, but not taller than 64 inches.
Okay.
Even herds with draft horse or thoroughbred ancestry do not cross over that threshold.
Okay.
Diet! They feed on grasses and scrub. So as you can hear, there's some scrubbies. And
Are you not gonna have me guess these ones?
I mean...
I was gonna say...
Were you gonna say rocks?
No.
I'd be real upset if you said rocks.
No.
Is it rocks? No.
I was just gonna say brush and grass.
You would have been correct.
That's all it is.
They feed on grasses and shrubs where ranch cows and sheep are unable to reach.
Okay.
Ranchers feel that their livelihood should outrank the free-roaming horses, and the horses should be moved away from the federal public feeding lands. It is a hot, hot topic. So the Bureau of Land Management, they millions of acres that they manage.
Yeah.
And they created a program where ranchers can get a permit or license or whatever, and they can bring their cattle and sheep and whatever they have to come to these public lands and just eat.
Okay.
Well, the horses also eat there.
Well, because they're free roaming.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the ranches are mad because horses graze lower than sheep and cows do. Like if this is grass, like
They nibble down more.
horses go like all the way down.
Okay.
So it's very tough to regrow.
Okay.
Like, it's a hot, hot topic.
Like, I don't really mean, but like, they're free roaming. It's their land. Suck it up, Buttercup.
That's a whole nother thing we'll get into.
Oh, God.
We're gonna go on to predators.
Majestic.
Very majestic. What do you think the predators are?
Wolves?
Okay.
People, of course. I can't really think of anything else that'd be like bears. Would bears be one? Not that bear. That bear's too cute to eat a horse. What?
It's supposed to be teeth, but kind of looks like a mustache.
I was gonna say, why does he have a mustache?
Actually, I might as well do the full thing then.
Such a dapper bear.
Yes.
Yeah, I honestly, that's about it I can think of that would just be, mountain lions. And that finishes up my guesses.
Finishes out your guesses?
Yes.
All right, let's start with your first one. We have wolves. Yes.
Okay.
Humans. Yes. Bears. No.
Okay.
Mountain lion, also known as a puma. Yes.
Okay.
Wolves, there's no wolf population in the Great Basin where most of the free-roaming horse population is. There's no documented case of a wolf predation in the United States in the Great Basin. Wolf predation of these has only been documented in Canada.
Okay.
And there are not many predators that can hunt the Mustang to the point where the population is managed enough.
Okay. So so there's like a wild horse problem?
Yes.
Oh.
Remember earlier when we were wondering about their 45,000 in a holding facility?
Yeah.
That's related. We'll keep going on. Breeding. The Mustang of the modern West has many different breeding populations, which are genetically isolated from one another, and this gives them distinct traits that are traceable to a particular herd.
Okay.
Which I thought was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Escapee ranch horses strays from the United States Cavalry, or horses turned out into public lands added to the genetic contribution of the Mustang.
Okay.
Isn't that wild?
That's
wild.
Just
Attempts to reduce the population, trying to drive them horsey numbers down. Attempts to reduce the population explosions without euthanizing include fertility control via injections of PZP, which is a enzyme from a pig. When it's injected, it makes a coating over eggs, so sperm cannot get into it.
no. Weird.
It is weird. Or spaying mares. Herd size can double every how many years do you think?
It's like I've never really like read, I guess, about horses at all, so I don't really know gestation.
This whole thing blew my tiny mind. Like, this is incredible. Everyone should go out and just read about this.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I know they're big, so gestation would probably take a little while. So I would say a herd would double every 10 years. What?
Every 4 years.
Oh my God.
4 years. 4!
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
I thought I was like being insane saying 10.
This problem causes issues with ranchers and land management to ensure there's enough food for other wildlife.
Oh my God. Okay.
They just mow it all down. Just, it's gone.
God, okay.
So now we're gonna get into status. This is quite lengthy, but it's very interesting. I thought it was interesting.
So I'm gonna go ahead and assume they're not going to be on the endangered side. Are they least concerned?
Their status is very strange. They don't have like a least concerned, endangered, threatened.
Okay.
They don't have a listing like that I could find. Mm-hmm. I have a ton of other stuff.
Oh boy, okay.
So in 1920, the urge to conserve the free-roaming horse was established by one Bob Brislon. He was like, people need to stop killing these, because ranchers would be like, dang horses, get off my lawn, and blammo, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, oh, we need to conserve these. This is a part of the country. Mm-hmm. They are living relics, essentially.
Yeah.
In the 1930s, guess what the population was estimated at? So they've had 10 years of working on giving these guys, conservation.
Okay, so this
is before they were given to the Bureau of Land Management.
Okay, so we were having I was assuming if someone had brought it up, we were having a problem with them. So they're probably in the endangered area. So I'd say living would be 10 to 20,000.
They were estimated at 50 to 150,000.
Okay, so not as bad as I thought.
Not as bad as you thought.
Okay.
It's the 1950s. Population was estimated at 25,000. The drastic drop was linked to people hunting them from airplanes and poisoning watering holes. So, big old jerks in airplanes. That's an airplane.
Okay. I thought it was another wolf with its tongue out.
What? No, that's totally an airplane. Zoom!
Okay.
Away it goes.
Now I know it's an airplane.
And bad stuff in the watering holes. This one was a little skull and crossbone then.
Ah, okay.
Yes. So we're going to fast forward to 2017. Guess what the population of the horses were?
3 million.
72,000.
Oh, okay.
So since 1978, free-range horses have been captured and offered for adoption to individuals or groups willing and able to provide a humane, long-term care home.
Okay.
So they're trying to solve the problem of just these exploding populations by going, we have these horses. What do we do with them? We don't want to kill them. So
But we don't want them breeding.
We don't want them breeding.
Okay.
So they're trying to...
I see. Okay, I get what they're doing.
They're trying to find a way to keep them, but also not have to deal with them.
Okay, yeah.
So they started an adoption program. The horses were adopted and they were federally protected for 1 year, and then the adopter can get a title to the horse.
Okay.
Horses that could no longer be adopted were humanely euthanized. The Bureau of Land Management began keeping horses in long-term holding instead of euthanizing them, because they really didn't want to euthanize them.
Okay.
It's a much more expensive alternative to euthanizing, but they were just really going at it. It's an expensive alternative. How much over its lifetime, if it's held in one of those facilities, do you think it costs?
This is government owned?
Government. This is tax money.
Okay, so they're probably completely overshooting how much they actually need to be spending because it's the government.
This is the max.
Oh, so this is one horse.
One horse for its lifetime if it's held in a holding facility.
Again, there's the government, so I'm going to say like $5 million for a horse because they're probably buying it. They're probably buying it office furniture.
It costs up to $50,000.
Okay, well, not as bad as $5 million. At least our taxes aren't going to that.
In 2004, there was an amendment that allows the adoption program the unlimited sale of captured horses that are greater than 10 years of age. So instead of only having X amount of horses to be able to sell each auction, as long as they're verified being 10 years or older, they can sell or they can adopt out as many of them as they want. Or if they went up to adoption a minimum of 3 times and no one adopted them, then they were open to just put them out every time.
Okay. So
Yes.
I'm trying to think of how to word this.
Okay.
So I have friends who buy horses. And every single time that I see these horses and everything up for sale, or even if I just catch pictures of it on the news or TV or something, I see these horses going for stupid high prices. Do they know that there's all these horses that you can just adopt?
Probably not.
Start adopting horses, people. Stop wasting money on horses. They need a good home.
There's an adoption fee.
Start adopting horses.
It was strictly prohibited from selling free-range horses to anyone who would take them to slaughter, but the verbiage was removed instead, and the buyer cannot buy over a certain number of horses and must certify they're not going to kill the horses.
Okay.
Because there's countries that they eat horse. It's a meat. It's a source of food.
Meat's meat.
Meat's meat. So they were worried that people from those countries would put bids in to adopt horses, and then take them and just slaughter them. Because if they're not euthanizing them, they also don't want them to be adopted and then instantly killed.
Yeah.
That would defeat the purpose.
Yeah.
In 2017, the Trump administration began pushing Congress to remove barriers to both euthanizing and excess selling of free-range horses. That would mean that they would just go through and just half a herd gone.
Like, if we got a horse problem, like, I mean, I don't know, I'm gonna get flack for this one, but it's like, if we got a problem, we gotta take care of the problem. Like, I'm not, you know from these videos, I'm not for just killing animals.
I'm also going to point out, I'm just giving facts. You don't have to defend what side you're on.
Oh no, I'm just saying that, like, people gotta eat, and we got a lot of stuff that's edible, you know.
But you also have to think, some people are coming at this from these are a natural treasure.
Yeah, no, I'm torn on it, because I get that. Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, you got a problem. And the horses that are living in these holding facilities can't be happy.
Just think, it's just a really big ranch. They can't just run from California to Oregon if they wanted to. It's a really big ranch.
Oh, that makes me happier, because I literally just thought it was going to be like...
No, they're not just...
miles of stables.
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
Whoa.
So we're on to lore. Mm-hmm. Shocking. No lore.
Wait, what?
No lore.
There's no lore for horses?
For the North American wild horse, there's no lore.
Yeah, okay.
None.
That's weird.
I also thought it was weird.
I would have thought there'd been tons.
Were you thinking there'd be tons from, like, indigenous things?
Yeah, from, like, I mean, Native Americans, they
We're getting to that in fun facts.
Oh, okay. It's a fun fact that they didn't like giving them lore? Oh my god, okay.
Mustangs are descended. We're in the fun facts, all right?
Okay.
So this is all the things I thought were incredibly interesting that fit nowhere else.
Okay.
Mustangs are descended from horses brought to the Americas by the Spanish, so they're feral horses, not wild.
Feral horses.
They are feral because they were once a domesticated animal, and now they are not. They're feral.
That's funny. Okay.
In 1971, the United States Congress recognized wild free-roaming horses and burros are living symbols of the historic and pioneer spirit of the West, which continue to contribute to the diversity of life forms within the nation and enrich the lives of the American people. That is a direct quote from Congress. So that's where some of these people are coming from.
Okay.
Congress was like, A+ horses.
Okay.
There's debate on whether the free-roaming horse, or the horse in general, should be considered a reintroduced native species since horses were once found in North America, or an introduced invasive species because they died out before humans ever came to North America.
Oh.
That's why there's no lore.
Oh.
They were not here to be made into lore.
Oh.
Horse. Reintroduced species or invasive species?
I don't even know. I mean, technically speaking, then they'd be invasive because it's not the natural horse that was from here.
Correct.
It came from somewhere else.
Correct.
So
it came from Spain.
So it'd be like, there's plants here, but if I go and get bamboo and plant bamboo here, it will then take over.
Yes.
And will
bamboo
then be
is an invasive species.
a very invasive, an invasive species. So technically speaking, I guess the horse would be an invasive species.
That is the other side of the argument.
Okay.
Some people are like, A+ horses, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Straight from Congress.
Mm-hmm.
Other people are like, but they don't belong here. We brought them here. Mm-hmm. Stuff is happening that's not good for the rest of stuff that's already here and was native
originally here, yeah.
Weigh in. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I kind of want to, yeah.
There's also argument that the Mustang is smaller. Remember in description, they are generally smaller because of inbreeding. Versus they're smaller due to natural selection, eliminating traits that lead to weakness or inferiority. So some people are saying they're inbred, wipe them all out. That's why they're so small. Other people are saying no, they live in the wild. Natural selection is turning on and off those genes that make them better for surviving in the wild.
Yeah, because I can't really imagine they'd need to be massive
Giant.
out there. Yeah.
Trading horses to the indigenous people of the Americas was prohibited. Punishable by law, prohibited.
Oh, God.
Just these are handcuffs. Just not a good time. Okay?
No.
But there were always colonizers who would be part of illegal dealing with horses because, money talks.
Oh, yeah. Hasn't changed.
Hasn't changed. in the 17th and 18th centuries, escaped slaves who were horse caretakers returned to their tribes and spread the knowledge of how to train and use a horse for more than just food. If a horse escaped and it was caught, it was food.
I mean, it's a lot of food.
It is a lot of food. America's native population integrated horses into their culture, and it changed the way of warfare, trade, and hunting as they were able to run down bison. Many people moved from agriculture to horseback hunting. 17th and 18th century, relatively not that long ago.
Yeah, no, not really, if you think about it.
All good lore is created way before that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But,
I never thought of that. Yeah, all right.
Thoughts? I found this one very interesting. This was actually a submission from a viewer.
Oh, right on. Now that I know more, I don't really know where to stand on it now. I'm very torn on these now.
The amount of controversy over these horses is astounding.
I always thought horses were horses and they were just out there not causing problems. I figured they were like an endangered species.
I don't know. This was just wild. I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah, I learned probably more about an animal on this one
than any of the previous
any
ones.
of them.
I can 100% say that is true for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us for today's episode. If you have suggestions of things that you would like to see featured, leave them in the comments below, and we'll do them. Bye.
Bye.